Hello. Let's put you down just slightly. I am today going to do a 10-15 minute makeup look. I did one the other day that was quite long. This one is not going to be as long. Let's start with the primer. This is just a everyday one. I mean, yes, sometimes I do wear all of that, what I put on the other day, every day. But if I can't be bothered to do all the eyeshadow, because that's what takes the time, then this is how I do my face. I just plucked all around my eyebrows there a bit, so I actually made that one bleed. It bleeded. Never had that before. If you have dreads, does anybody else get like really hairy sideburns? I mean, these fuckers like go all over my face. They're so annoying. Or does anybody just have like really floofy sideburns in general? What do? You know? Because they won't stay tucked behind my ear, which is really annoying. I'm imagining things. Right, I'm just sorting my hair out. Okay, so we will start with my concealers. So I use cashmere. If you want to know exactly what I'm using, I suppose I must as well tell you. This is L'Oreal Infallible Better Than Concealer in the shade 327 Cashmere and 322 Ivory. So cashmere goes down my jaw, ivory goes everywhere that I want to shine. This one's running low actually. And then I use L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade 2N. That's a new one. I do one squirt of that onto a palette, and then I just pick it up with my brush and basically plonk it wherever there is not concealer. I go around my nose. Like so. Then I pick up a damp beauty blender. Damp, 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 damp. How damp? It should not, when you squeeze it, it shouldn't drip, but it should still be damp, okay? Yeah, I gone blotchy. How bizarre. Why that's gone like that? I think it might be my sponge. How bizarre, my chin's got this like red section on it. To be honest, I do need a new sponge. It's almost like I've had some kind of reaction on my chin, isn't it? And then I blend the colours of my foundation and my concealers at the edges, because you don't want a definitive line. Sorry about the noise, that noise, it's my bracelet. I didn't realise it made that noise until I was watching back my last video. And then I was like, oh, that's quite noisy. So you can see my foundation's being carried and blends in nicely with all of my other makeup. I was supposed to be out shopping, but I went out for a nice long walk and then I came home and sat down to have a cup of tea. And my son-in-law just texted me to ask if I could watch one of the children while the other one is collected from preschool, because the baby's asleep and he's at that age where if you wake him, God, he gets grumpy. That's gone funny as well. How bizarre. Can you see how like that's gone weird? I don't know what to call that today. So I said, yeah, I'll go and pick the older grandson up from school. So there you go. So I've still got regular colour sort of right here and up here, but I'm highlighted here, here and here. Now we're going to add the shadow into that. You go whoop, whoop. And this is the darkest colour in the Revolution Cream Contour palette. That just gives you a slight sort of poutier look. Makes your bottom lip look a bit fuller. Sorry, I've got really itchy nose. Now you can use a brush or you can use your beauty blender. And I'm not trusting my beauty blender at the minute because of all that patchiness it's just done, and I don't particularly want that. So let's show you with a brush. It works much the same way. Just do it with a brush instead. I find circular movements tend to work just a little bit better. You don't want lines, guys, okay? There should never be lines. Your face doesn't have lines. I can't do this way. And if you see a line, get rid of it. Okay, you can have a smudgy look, but not a line. So. I'm not pressing hard. And all I'm doing is smudging it in place because you don't want this to migrate, okay? Okay. Okay, so you can see the shadow that gives me that darker look, yeah? Right, now I am going to use my Eco something or other smudge, and I don't know, I haven't got my glasses on, so if you want to know what it is, look at my longer video. I'm going to pick up some of the dark here. Can you see how that brings the shadow in? The hardest thing in the world though is to match it. And you bring that sort of like that. See how that's made my nose look thinner? If you want a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of shine. If you're happy with that, you can leave it. If you're not, then you want to blend it a little bit more. I'm actually quite happy with that, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Next, I'm going to do my white powder, my highlighting powder. I couldn't think what it was called for a minute there. That small thingy. And then you're brushing underneath that shadow that you created, like so. And then with the excess, you can basically put white powder on the white bits and dark powder on the darker bits. I use loose powder because it sits that little bit heavier. Again, you do not want to be swiping. Anytime you swipe is when you do that bit. You should have not swiped at all so far. Now I like to make sure that my inner eye is quite highlighted because I wear dark frame glasses, or dark lenses on my glasses. I like a tinted lens. So that's why I make my eye area look quite bright. Okay, now you can do this bit. And you are basically just patting it ever so lightly. So what makes this faster than my other look? Well, basically, you're not putting eyeshadow on. Okay, you are doing everything but putting eyeshadow on. If you think you have a bit of an excess of any powder, I use this as a setting brush by Real Techniques. It's number 402. And then all you can do with this is just ever so lightly brush away any excess that you feel you might have. Any fallout as well when you're doing your eyes. If you've got any fallout, you can use this. And this just helps get rid of any excess of powder that you might have. Yeah, I had that, didn't I? Right, so now grab my big powder brush and my bronzer. Okay. And then I just go dab, dab like that with my powder brush. And just add to where I might want to add a bit of warmth, enhance the contour under there, you wanna, and then help pull that down to add warmth. Okay. And see that that's totally changed the look. Now I'm going to do my brows. So a bit of brow mascara. That's that. So if you want to look like you are wearing a boatload of makeup without actually wearing a boatload of makeup, or you know, if you don't have time in the morning, and God knows I don't, because I've already taken my kid to school and done my morning walk. But if you are one of those people that you don't really want to leave the house without looking like you've done something, you can get away with just putting on a bit of mascara and a bit of lipstick, okay? You don't need to put on a full face of makeup if you don't want to. For many years, I literally would wear mascara and lipstick. I still do if I'm in a major hurry, but I want to look a bit put together. I will sometimes just plonk on some mascara because that helps draw attention to my eyes, and I know that my eyes are quite a good colour, so sometimes I will just put on some mascara and then some lipstick. Right, now we're going to add some blusher to the equation, you know, to help like not look like I'm dying, because I know I make my face quite pale. And I dab, I don't swipe my blusher, okay? I just dab it. See? Now, I have naturally quite red cheeks here, so I'm not going to bring my blusher down past the outside of my eye. Can you see? Because I think that just, it makes me look like your stereotypical farmer. And we're going to grab a little bit of highlight. And you know what? I'm going to show you the other highlight today, the Mega Moon, which is the pink one, simply because I've not added any extra colour in. So, well, now you can swipe, go down your nose, and then dink the edge. That gives you a nice unicorny look. Dink your chin, so it looks like you've got a nice little bump there. And then along the top of your cheekbone there, into your blush, okay? Like so. Now all you need is a bit of lippy. And the good thing is about this kind of face is you can wear whatever colour lipstick you want. I'm going to clean my glasses. I am going to go back to an old favourite today. This is L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Lipstick in Infinitely Mocha. I love this colour. Right, before you put all that on, clean your jewellery. Right, clean, clean. Clean. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do like a slightly different look when I get my new glasses because they're bigger. Actually, I should have gone for a slightly darker one. It's more of a nude. Should have gone for like a browner shade. Oh well, never mind. Okay. Okay, shine. Yeah, I don't care. I have shiny nose. If you're a bit like, oh, it's a bit much, you can get your powder just to tone it down ever so slightly. But then I'm of the opinion of, well, you put that shine on there, so, you know. If you want to, you can finish with a setting spray. I personally don't bother, you know, whatever. If you then look at it and you think, oh, you know, I wish like my hollows were a bit darker, use your powders. Don't go back in with your creams because you've got powder on now. So if you want a little bit darker, use your bronzer just to help, you know, darken these up ever so. I'm going to leave it like that. It's not perfect, but I am in a rush because I have to go pick up my grandson. So take it easy. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget thumbs up and all that rubbish, and I'll see you next time.